Along with this, like I said, we needed to visually change how we represented our person-centered way of providing services, not just to our staff, but to our community members, our associates. And we broke away, we had to break away from this old chain of command approach or way of thinking, because it really was not the message that we were trying to deliver. It was not the message that we wanted our associates, our staff, our community members to see. I think it follows a very old, maybe military style way of directions flow down and compliance flows up. And we didn't want that. We also didn't want to just kind of flip this and say, okay, like we're done. We put our, our associates at the top. For us, it was really important for us to just reimagine this. So a team of us got together, and this team included admin folks and people receiving services from us to really map out and plan what our new mental model was going to be, right? And a mental model is just a visual representation of a thought process or a way of imagining something or a way of understanding something. And this is what we came up with, this kind of baseball model. And this is our structural way of representing who Tierra is and who we're promising to serve. And next slide, here you'll see a little bit of a breakdown of the different pieces that are on this larger scale. Thank you. So here at the very top, we see the pitcher or the catcher for us represents life, because life can throw many different curveballs at us that we can't really control. And you got to be ready to receive them. Next, at the home plate, we see our associates, because they're the ones at the center stage. They're the batters. They're the ones in control who are working towards that home run, working towards reaching their new goals and new opportunities. And down at the bottom, we see the different life stages being represented, because it was really important for us to recognize that for people of different ages, they might experience different goals. So someone maybe in their early 20s or fresh out of high school receiving services might have different goals than maybe someone in their 40s or 50s. Next slide. The different bases for us in our baseball diamond represent different barriers that someone would have to overcome in order to reach their home plate or their goal. First, like we talked about a couple slides ago, it started with our staff members understanding their positions, their roles, and making sure that they believe that the people that they're supporting can reach these goals, which is why, again, we centered our trainings on this idea. Second base, are personal barriers that someone might need to overcome, whether it is motivational related or understanding this idea of partnered self-discovery and what they need from an organization like Tierra del Sol. And at third base, we have societal barriers that someone would need to overcome. Things like a lack of resources, like we talked about earlier, technology being one of them, maybe a lack of understanding or having opportunities or funding. And I think that webinars like the one that is being provided today are so important, because they allow us to have a place, a platform to bring some of these conversations to the table, so we know as a community what we need to be working on dismantling. Next slide, please. Thank you. So here, this is just back to our overall or the larger image. We wanted a way to visually represent our service model, a way to communicate who's in control, who's at the center of their services. And for us, we have no plans of returning to the way of how it used to be. We have found great success in our e-learning calendar and in this new idea of reinvesting our skills and our trainings in this idea that people are in control, people are experts of their lives, people are the ones who should tell us what they need, and we should be the ones who are listening. And it's been really wonderful. People have spoken. They've told us what they want, what they need, how they need it. And for us, we look forward to continuing to listen to those needs and those conversations and continuing to put people where they belong. And that's at the center, right? That is in the driver's seat of their services.